Welcome to the After the Show movie podcast, brought to you by your hosts, Ace Scully and Sid Talk. We're addicted to movies. Are you? We're addicted to movies, Sid Talk. Hello.
No, bringing that oldie back.
Yeah, well, that's what it says to me. You don't hear the music because you don't have headphones on.
I don't.
I do hear the music.
Also, I don't listen to our podcast.
You don't. You're the worst fan ever.
I am.
All right, Sid Talk, what's the before the after the show discussion?
Before the after the show was... What was it? You made some tea.
That wasn't discussion. That was an action.
I'm trying to get to the discussion. There wasn't much.
Nothing?
Discussed. No. Wow, this is marriage.
I was updating drivers.
You were?
So it was kind of...
super fascinating, so
Aye.
I didn't really get involved. So
Aye.
that's it. We just led up from movie, tea, this is it.
All right. So welcome to the show.
Thanks.
It's Saturday, November the 15th, and this is After the Show, number 917. We're your weekly movie review podcast, and this week we're looking at the movie Superman. It's a 2025 release, out now on streaming Blu-ray 4K. It's rated PG-13. Its runtime is 2 hours and 9 minutes. And it's from Warner and DC, who sent us a copy of the 4K disc for review. Sid Talk, can you give us the synopsis of the movie Superman?
Really? Really? Let me
Aye.
give you a synopsis of a Superman movie. Well, here it is. Superman is in danger. The world somehow is in danger because Lex Luthor is a twat. And that's it.
This isn't the family-friendly synopsis.
This is not. Maybe I should say he's just an asshole. That's gender neutral. He is a complete, utter, creepy, terrible human being. And so we need Superman, and we've thrown in a bunch of modern stuff. So,
I'll give you the one off the box.
Well, that wasn't it.
Superman must reconcile his alien Kryptonian heritage, easy for him to say, with his human upbringing as reporter Clark Kent. As the embodiment of truth, justice, and the human way, he soon finds himself in a world that seems old-fashioned. His views are old-fashioned.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, that's what it is. This is a reboot of the DC universe. So James Gunn is now in charge of DC.
Explain to us what we mean.
So we've seen multiple DC movies along the way, starting off with Man of Steel, and there was a bunch of them, 20 of them or something, or more than that. And now James Gunn is the new head of DC Studios, and he's decided to nix all those previous movies and start again with Superman. And now we're going to build on this universe with all new actors, mostly, right?
With all due respect, so I'm going to go put my feelers out into the world yet again as being the voice of reason. Do you know what happens when I reboot my computer? It's exactly the same. I've erased anything that's wrong, and it went back to what is exactly the same. A reboot is not a fucking reboot. It's just doing it again.
A do-over.
It's, I don't know. I'm just sick of trendy shit.
Anyway.
So I get it. They call it that. You call it that.
James Gunn is in charge now. This is the James Gunniverse, or whatever you call it.
Good. Another trendy word.
Yeah.
Great.
This is his take on the DC universe, and he directed this movie, Superman. So, Sita, what did you think?
I have mixed feelings. I go
mixed?
from mixed. I go from like, it was fun, right? Right? In my mind, this is what's happening in my mind, right? This is fun, ? Right? And then like, oh my God, this is so stupid, I can hardly stand it. And then, oh, this looks really good. And then, oh my God, this looks really awful. It was as if AI, another one of those things I would preach about, because I'm doing it in air quotes, created this like, hey, let's hit on every note kind of movie. And in the end, it was entertaining. And that's all I can say.
Now,
what do you think?
Well, what I think is when the DC universe started, this cinematic universe, we started it with Man of Steel by Zack Snyder. And I love that movie. And the reason I love it is because it's not goofy.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
It's a serious Superman movie. And some people didn't like that. They wanted it to be more lighthearted.
Yeah.
Now, James Gunn's Superman that we just watched, it takes it to the other extreme of it being goofy. It's goofy.
Yeah.
There are some serious moments, and there are some heartwarming moments. But right off the bat from the beginning where it starts, and the dog, Crypto the dog comes running.
Don't get me started on Crypto.
Okay, I'm in for a James Gunn movie because I'm used to like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's goofy. And this has the same goof factor, which I don't like as much as Snyder, the way he did it with the serious. Like, I felt something from the Zack Snyder Man of Steel. It was uplifting, and this one was just a little bit too goofy for me.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying a little bit too goofy. It gets very goofy. There's like a Godzilla running around. There's like a...
And it's really mean-spirited. And while I can handle a movie with a dark edge, I like dark, crazy, dark shit. Don't get me wrong. If you listen enough, you'll know. I don't mind going there with the darkness. But this is like really mean-spirited. Not only is Lex Luthor absolutely abhorrent, and I mean, he's not just a mustache-twirling bad guy. He's literally maniacal and evil.
I mean, he always has been, but you're right.
No, not always. He's been cutesy. He's been over the top. Obviously, Gene Hackman is not evil. He's just a bumbling idiot.
Yeah, kind of Dick Dastardly, yeah.
Yeah, Dick Dastardly. I want to rule the world. Ha ha ha. This guy is awful. And when you mix somebody who's literally murdering someone with his own hand just to make a point, because his little feelings are hurt because he's not as strong as fucking Superman or whatever his little babyish bullshit is, his little whiny shit. Then he turns around, then you turn around, there's the dog barking and jumping, which I also loathe in movies, but that's just me. I'm a crank. Yeah, I'm a crotchety old hag, I guess, because I think putting dogs in movies is really boring. But you can't mix not just violence. So we have like superhero movie violence, like you said, Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole world is at threat. You have the Marvel Universe where one snap of the finger gets rid of half the life in the whole of the universe, right? That's pretty dark. And yet it's solvable, right? Yeah. This guy, they've made him scary bad and then goofy. He gets attacked by the fucking dog in the end, which really irritated me. I'm like, this guy needs to be pulled apart molecule by fucking molecule, endlessly painful for the rest of eternity. We need to put him in one of those machines that just whatever it does, right? But no, we have the dog jump on him, and then we have some soldier put him in a truck to go put him in a prison. I mean, how are you not going to know that? Yeah. So this is my problem with the movie.
It's definitely, its tone is all over the place, for sure. I feel that James Gunn is guilty of that in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Not Guardians of the Galaxy 2. In all three of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
He toys with emotion, and then
it's stupid at
the big threat. So emotion, getting attached to things and feeling the threat of a big giant baddie in the universe. I mean, that's separate from a guy who is literally a terrorist, a torturer, a terrible, horrible. And then you have little quippy one-liners. I feel like you need to commit, right? Either go dark all the way or cut out we need to be afraid of Lex, right? Because he's terrible. And that's what it did for me. It made me think, okay, this guy is impossible. So that's one good thing, I guess, because we have to defeat him. And yet, as we know, in the Superman world, you will never defeat Lex Luthor, right? It just doesn't happen. He could be dead. He could put him in that machine that pulls him apart molecule by particle, and yet somehow he's rich enough and smart enough to bring himself back together. So
yeah, I think for a Superman movie that even uses the music from the 1970s, Christopher Reeve's Superman, and tries to do that, here's Superman, he's here to save us all, and all that, it's a bit too like higgledy. It's scattered. Like it doesn't focus.
It doesn't.
It's like, here's some guys and here's some guys and here's a new villain and here's a thing. And it's like, it's like almost like a headache.
Oh, interesting way to put it.
Like it felt like he shoehorned a lot into one thing. Where you could have really focused more on just Superman and Lex. But like we had to bring in what were they called? The Justice Team? They weren't the League.
I don't even remember. Oh, Justice Gang.
The Justice Gang. So we had to bring them.
Another jokey thing that just was really irritating.
Yeah, there was something I really liked about the Justice Gang, and that was Mr.
Terrific.
Now, he turned out to be cool, and I was like, is he just a joke? Like, is he going to be terrible? Like, he can't really do anything, but he turned out to be really cool, and I did like the scene inside the pocket dimension with the river and everything.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't like it because I thought it was really long and boring, but I appreciated that it was not more dialogue with the maniacal Lex Luthor.
Yeah. I liked that. There's some really good ideas in here. I like the walking into the tent, walking into the portal, and then going out the portal and being in a different country.
I do like that.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's where some of the special effects were fantastic. And then you got wobbly shit, which was, your mind.
Yes. I was going to say, like, if you've seen the original 70s movies, and when you watch them now, it's very obvious he's just lying on a sheet and they're blowing some wind on him and stuff. But this almost looks like that too. I don't know if he was going, when he's flying around the mountains at the beginning, like when I was like, surely that could look better than that in this kind of movie.
Somebody was thinking, what would it really look like if you're flying at the speed of sound, and then trying to emulate that? Or maybe they got some footage off the side of a vehicle that has flown, when they do the sonic boom, so you see what it actually looks like, because you can do that these days, right? I guess.
Yeah, but it looked chintzy in a way. Does it look this way because they've been watching the originals so much to reference everything that they're like, well, maybe we need to make this stuff look a bit chintzy, is what I call it.
I don't think they're trying to make it look chintzy.
Maybe for a nostalgic reason, I don't know, but there are some really cool effects. There's a big monster that looks like it's made out of rubber, that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It was good in certain parts. When it fell over and then you saw the shot of it just lying down, I was like, that looks really good. But like when it's running around, it's just like a big rubber computer monster running around the city.
Very gamey look.
Yeah. Also, the city gets like messed up so many ways in this movie. How many times do you see like a skyscraper fall down? Or
then at the end we're just like, oh, we fixed it.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it's almost like we watched the Fantastic Four recently, and that was set on a different version of Earth. So we were like, okay, we can do what we want here.
Yeah.
Because we're not really attached to it. But here we're actually on Earth. We're on our Earth.
Split a city in half, and then you push it all back together. And
nobody dies.
Your little scene at the end is just them being like what someone might incorrectly call it OCD about the fact that one building gets put together a little crooked. Kind of like mismatching a pattern when you're sewing a dress.
There's a big horror coming. The city's going to split in half or whatever. But they make a point of showing people, and they're already, it's coming, so we're all going to run away.
Yeah, and also, or they're not. They know it's coming, and they're just standing there. It's not well.
But it also, I'm assuming, because it never says anything, that everybody's fine. Everybody is fine. There's not even one.
They try to address in the beginning that the one incident that we see Superman involved in caused some injuries, but not serious injuries. Right. Just a few injuries, and that was supposedly us understanding that, yes, sometimes these superhero things can be bad. We know. We got it.
Now, what I really liked about Man of Steel is Superman has the fight at the end of Man of Steel, which ends up him smashing through skyscrapers and killing loads of people. Mm-hmm. And in the second movie, the America taking him to court, basically. Like this whole, like, what are you doing? Why are you killing everybody? In this, nobody's getting killed, are they? I mean, even his actions are just, some people might have got scuffed or whatever, It's not.
Well, all the while we got Lex Luthor over here being an absolute maniacal murderer.
Shooting people in the head, point blank range,
Yes. It's unsettlingly unsettling.
Now, there's some things I liked about it, though.
Absolutely.
I feel like we watched all of Supergirl, the 6 seasons of Supergirl on DC.
I didn't, but you did.
On CW. You watched 5 of them.
Did I?
Yeah, I watched the first season and then you started watching it.
I'm so committed.
Yeah. So we watched all of that. I did, at least. And I feel like this has some of that sensibility, like the fun to it, like almost like a monster of the week, and them going out to fight it and teaching a lesson to us, like the old style kind of.
Absolutely.
And this has a bit of that going for it. And I liked that. I also liked, I like Superman. I think this new guy plays Superman really well. And how can you not like Superman? He's our hero, right?
They make valid points. He is an alien. We don't know if he's always going to be for good or for evil. We only know what he's done, right? But he's so powerful that if he did turn against everybody, we'd be screwed. So you gotta allow for the questions.
He gets cancelled in this movie, and then very soon after, he's uncancelled. When people start yelling shouting his name and looking at the sky. So there's that. There are, like you said, things from our modern world shoved in there.
Yeah.
Which felt a bit out of place.
A little forced.
I really liked, I think there was the scene where she interviews him in the apartment. I really liked that scene.
Yeah.
Lois Lane interviews Superman as Superman in her apartment.
But they're also dating, so this is the point.
So it's got this layers there's layers into this conversation. There's like their relationship going on. There's Superman's relationship with Earth going on. And the questions that she asks him are very interesting. And the whole thing, it almost feels like a one take. He walks in the apartment, kisses her, they have the thing, and then he walks out, right? But it takes place over 15 minutes. It feels like it's from another movie. It doesn't feel like the rest of the movie. It feels like something more serious, more grounded, and more like something that would be on the Supergirl TV show. Like an actual scene like that. I liked the scene, but I felt like it was from the wrong movie.
Oh.
So a different version of this movie, which is more serious.
You mean in the multiverse? Is that the right world?
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah. Maybe these scenes come from all these
multiverse isn't DC, is it?
I think they do have one of those.
Do they call it that?
No, because of copyright, probably.
Pocket universe, I think is what we're calling it.
Pocket, yes. Pocket dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
There are things to like.
I feel like I disliked more than I liked, but the parts that I liked were enough. I don't know how anyone could piece
James
that together.
Gunn might be the problem with it. I feel like he's like Mr. Like, let's have a joke all the time in the movie.
And also, let's make it try to be scary-ish. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, where was the scary?
Oh, I think Lex Luthor is just a scary, horrible...
because he's like a psycho, yeah.
Yeah, not only that, he's created this pocket universe where he has enslaved what look like other aliens or creatures. I don't know if he's gone to other planets and gotten these people who are enforced to like drive the little flying thing for him, and he's real mean, little hateful to him. And then he's got this prison there that he'll imprison anybody you want from anywhere in the universe, all the different whatevers, because he can, and puts people in it. I was thinking, where's the toilets? There's like a lady in there who didn't like him, and she posted something nasty about him on the internet. So he put her in one of these clear cubes floating in this pocket galaxy, and there's no toilet, there's no nothing. I'm overthinking it.
Maybe that stuff doesn't work in a pocket
maybe you
dimension. All your biology is different. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in this movie. A lot. There's a lot of action sequences. There's a lot of like inconsequential fights, but they're big fights, but they mean nothing. Like the giant fight in the football stadium, just because we can do that.
Yeah.
But it's
actually thought that
it's like punch, the end.
If I had a watch on, I would have been looking at my watch.
Yeah. What else was there? Like the fight with the kaiju thing.
Yeah.
Inconsequential, really. It was like, oh, see, that's what it is. We can do this, so let's just do it. Let's have a massive, big monster in the middle of the city just trashing everything. Why? Oh, just so we can introduce the this team, the Justice Gang.
Yes.
It was literally to introduce them, wasn't it?
It felt like it.
And then when they came, did you like them?
No.
See,
Oh, did you want more of an answer?
They're a bit too, like, dopey, aren't they? It's dopey, like it's...
Yeah.
don't.
And I don't know why. I can't pinpoint it. I like the individual people who are playing those roles are fine. They're fine.
Yeah,
They're doing
I do,
exactly
actually. Yeah.
as they're talking. I'm interested in them doing their part. Yet as a whole, the treatment of those three is so goofy and dumb when in fact, you know, as you go through the movie, you realize, oh, these guys are going to come to these guys and gal are going to come
heroes.
They're going to come to the rescue.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to like fall in love with them because they're dopey and weird. And yet I'm thinking like, where is it not? It's flat, like flat. Then when she would talk, I was interested. When he would, was he actually the Green Lantern?
Yes.
What was up with him?
He was the Green Lantern.
He said, I'm a Green Lantern.
Well, there are a bunch of Green Lanterns.
Okay.
There's some kind of...
So to explain why we've got this, 60-year-old man.
Yeah, with a weird
like,
haircut.
I could get past that, except that it was...
The haircut was just for a joke.
And then we even bring it up. Then I was like, oh, God.
I mean, it was literally like, let's give him a stupid haircut so somebody can joke about it.
Yeah, unless it's like that maybe in a comic book.
I'm assuming there is a comic book where he has a
because
dopey
I don't know
haircut.
all the comic
It
book
has to be,
stuff.
doesn't it? James Gunn is a real... he's into the history of comics big time, like he always has been. So I trust that James Gunn knows what these things are. And that's why Crypto the dog appears, because people love that from the comics. I don't love how it's treated here, because it's just dumb. It's a dumb dog that even Superman refers to as, it's not a very good dog, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the dog can save the day sometimes, but only because it's aggressive.
It's only because dogs are fucking popular right now.
Right.
And somebody's like, oh, I'm going to put a dog
Remember
in a
that
movie.
dog.
I want everyone who wants to despise me, just feel free, because I think it's really lame. Cater to this dog cat bullshit. So
Well,
I'm not an animal person. So here's what's hilarious. In the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray from many years ago, I think 1989 or something. I mean, it's an old movie. In it, he works for a television network, right? So he's upstairs one day. It's Christmas Eve. They're going to do a Christmas Eve special. And the owner of the whole network comes in and says, we need to think about new programming. We need like a Kojak, but he dangles string. And Bill Murray's like, saying like weird. He goes, cats are starting to watch TV.
Right, yeah.
So we need someone with a little bird, a little parrot, or a little dog. And I'm thinking, now I think back, I'm like, oh my God, somebody has made this reality that incorporating animals in the entertainment so that a dog can watch it and be entertained. I feel like that's what's happened.
So what are the odds when we get the Supergirl movie, which is coming next, that she has a horse?
Well, it's her dog. It'll be the dog.
Yeah, well, she also has a horse.
She does not.
She does in the comics.
Oh my
Kara had a horse.
God.
Yeah. Super horse.
I'm going to suffer, but I'll live.
And you know how much James Gunn likes a little animal. Or a big animal. Just animals in general. He likes them.
I don't feel like I know James as well as you do, but...
Yeah. So let's get on to the cast here. We've got David Corenswet as the new Superman. What do you think?
I think he was fine. I mean, I'm pretty neutral, I'll be honest. I think he was fine.
I mean, it's not hard to have that Superman look if you... That's not hard, right?
That's how you look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a chiseled face.
Yeah.
His hair is done in a certain way. And he wears glasses when he's Clark Kent. It's all that stuff that you already know.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do the origin story, to be fair. That's all.
We didn't explain. In the opening of this movie is 300 years ago, metahumans happened. 30 years ago, Superman landed on this planet as a baby. 3 months ago, this happened. 3 days ago, it's written on the screen.
It's good.
3 minutes ago, Superman was defeated by the Thunder of Baravia, blah, blah, blah. And then boom, you see Superman injured. You don't see any of that, which I didn't mind at all. I'm with you.
No, I'm like, yeah, let's get to the point. We know how Superman came here. We've seen that story before, all right? But then, when he crashes to the Earth, see, like if it was Zack Snyder making this and he crashes to Earth and he's injured, he would have emotionally built on that. But what do we do here? Next thing, something else crashes, it's the dog, and then it's Goofy. All of a sudden, like it's Goofy.
True.
And we go from him being defeated to a very goofy, him inside the Fortress of Solitude with his robots and stuff. And it's all kind of ever so silly.
Absolutely.
And that's where I was like, okay, this is James Gunn movie. We ain't going the serious route. And guess what? We didn't. It just got more goofy from there, didn't it? Bradley Cooper. Oh, yes, Bradley Cooper is his dad.
Yeah. I mean, it's ever so slight, unless they plan on making a prequel.
They made Bradley Cooper look kind of not like Bradley Cooper. There's something about it.
He had a prosthetic nose on.
Right, that was it. Yeah. I don't know why I put him down. Yeah. His dad's Bradley Cooper.
All he does is says one line.
So in the future, we might have Bradley Cooper as his dad when he goes and finds his planet. Maybe he's not dead. Right?
Don't know about that.
I mean, it's Bradley Cooper. Why would you choose somebody so high profile for a dead
Are
character?
they friends?
Oh, I guess they did it in Man of Steel too. It was Russell Crowe.
Also, aren't they friends? Because, hello, raccoon.
Oh, that's true. Forgot about that. Rachel Brosnahan is Lois Lane. I liked her a lot.
Yeah, she was good.
And
She didn't seem to belong in this half goofy movie, though. I like the way she played it pretty straight up.
she played it like, that's what I'm saying. That scene where she interviews him it's not goofy. And
No.
then when you get out of that scene, it is goofy. So, and any scene with her in it was more, she was explaining the plot, like in the,
Yeah.
when she's in the offices. I don't think she had a lot to do, but as Lois Lane, I think she really fit. We've got Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen. We'll always know him from Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah, I think he's kind of wasted here. This Jimmy is not, I mean, he's pivotal because he knows somebody in a very specific spot
Yeah.
that, again, sort of a random thing that saves the day instead of us relying on Superman to really do it. You know what I mean? We've crisscrossed that bridge, but I feel like he was wasted because he's so good.
The cast in this is really weird because when I wrote it all down, I was struggling to find Lex Luthor on the list. Why isn't Lex Luthor near the top of the list?
They usually list them in order of appearance, but he was right up in there, one of the first things
Yeah.
that you saw.
So Nicholas Hoult plays Lex Luthor. You know, you might not like this version of Lex Luthor or whatever, but I think Nicholas Hoult did all right portraying
Oh,
a
he did
real...
a good job because I hated him.
Yes. And I thought better than all right because there was times where I was like, oh, God, this guy. I mean, there's a guy where he basically is doing Russian roulette with a gun and just ends somebody right in front of Superman.
And you want to hate him so bad, and so you do.
That's where he crosses the line, even though you know he's bad before that. But I think he was good. And what is it about Lex Luthor in the Superman? He's never going anywhere.
Nope.
He's always going to be the next villain at some point, somehow, right?
Yes.
I mean, I can't think of other villains. You know, everybody seems inconsequential. It's whenever Lex Luthor turns up is when everybody goes, oh.
Yeah, it's like Doctor Who and The Master, right? So I watch
Yes.
a lot of the old Doctor Who is like on a streaming Doctor Who channel, so I'll turn it on just random times. And you have all the other monsters of the week, and you have the Cybermen and the Daleks and all that. But then when you hear that music or you see the actor who for many years portrayed the Master, and he's in some disguise, which for some reason Doctor Who doesn't recognize him. He's pretending to be someone else, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, that's the big story right there, is that the Master wants to bring down something. I don't know. He's always got a different thing, but that's the bad guy for Doctor Who. And I feel like, yeah, unless you got Lex chiming in, everything else is just fixable, doable. But this guy, like I said, he's impossible. He's awful.
So, directed by James Gunn. James Gunn's history is he started at Troma, you know, the Troma films. And he was he did some directing for them, but he also did a lot of editing and stuff. And then he made a horror movie called Slither, which you might have seen in 2006. And then he went on to join Marvel and did all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He also nipped into DC during that time and made the Suicide Squad movies, if you remember. And now he's back at DC and he's doing Superman. And his next movie is the sequel to Superman, Man of Tomorrow, it's called. So what do you think of James?
I have mixed thoughts.
Yeah, and so do I, actually. And
There is so much good that gets canceled by a little bit of bad, right? That you have this, I mean, you have Superman's story, which is just a classic story, right? I mean, for us anyway.
Yes.
So you've got all the elements there. An evil bad guy, potentially this alien who could be hated or do good or evil on the planet. All this stuff is goodness. Like, you got a lot of rich material. I feel like once that story has been written, which it has, adding all of these things, like, what did you say that some people now love to decorate their Kindles with little patches and badges and shit?
Yes.
And people do that with their backpacks and their water cups and all that kind of shit.
And the denim jackets in the old days.
When the thing itself, right, your Kindle is fantastic the way it is. Once you start adding shit to it. Now, I'm guilty too because I have little things on my Crocs.
Uh-huh.
My Bob's Burgers and my Hocus Pocus Crocs. A few little badges that you purchased for me. I will not buy more and add to them. But I feel like when you're writing a story on top of a story that already exists, when you just try to like inject modernness for the sake of it, and then like your own, I understand a director who wants to put their own personality on there. I get that. But then if you really think about it, this doesn't feel like James Gunn overall. It feels like a mishmash.
Yeah, true.
And so I would rather him go full on in the Guardians of the Galaxy mode. Like, just amp that, just do that again, I guess, or I don't know, unplug all the goofiness and make it really rich and ugly and painful. But
yeah.
So I think he's super talented and he does not need my permission or my comments about that. But I don't know. It was just a little bit like flat.
Yeah. And unfortunately, when it's the start of something, if you don't start on the ultimate, woo, that was amazing. It's hard to, maybe you can come back with your second one.
But then that's what you're thinking when you go to watch it. Yeah. You're thinking, okay, well, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Hopefully it is a little better than that last one.
It's unfortunate.
But there are things I like. Yeah, I think it's balanced the opposite way. I think there's 40% of it that I like.
40%, okay. Very specific.
Yeah. That's how it feels. It's lopsided.
Right.
And a lot of it's due to the just really bad humor. It's not funny, that humor, is it?
I agree.
I assume some people are rolling around in the aisles when the one-liners are going off. But
yeah, people would be.
Yeah, it's not my thing, I guess. I don't need it. In fact, it takes away because I'm trying to be into what's going on. And then I don't need somebody to punch somebody and then say something stupid.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Because that's what's happening in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then you might say to me, well, it's a comic book. That's what comic books do. Yes, that's what they do.
That's what comic books do. You're right. This is not a comic book. This is a movie.
And if he's trying to be super comic booky, he is. This is very comic booky. More so than Man of Steel. It's more of a, I'm just going to go there. We're going to have crazy things that we can't really explain properly. Giant things. Cities getting smashed, but everybody's fine. Like, I don't understand how everybody could be fine after what happened in that.
Exactly.
Also, you know what was interesting? One thing that was shot into my mind watching was there's the big kaiju in the middle of the city smashing shit up. And in the Daily Planet, there is Lois Lane just sat back in a chair watching it on TV like it's nothing. Like,
and they're like 2 blocks from it. Or like right,
yeah,
they
literally,
can see it.
It's like nobody's running. Or I think they know that they're fine too. Just a movie, we're fine. IMDb reviews, what are those?
Those are reviews where you find people whining about movies like us. People who say, James Gunn has lost his touch. It's a waste of my time. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. And other such things that I have said during the course of this review. And you love it because you give them funny voices.
All right. First guy says, having been raised with the incredible Reeves portrayal of the Man of Steel and finding Cavill to be a truly remarkable actor, this movie, including the storyline, is diabolical. I am a fan of Gunn and his work, but this is a mashup of a blueprint of his recent works that simply does not work in the Superman role. Superdog? Question mark. Lois flying a flying saucer? Question mark. Olsen having an affair with Luthor's girlfriend? Question mark. The Green Lantern Squad? The list goes on. It is terrible.
I disagree with most of that.
Second guy says, worst Superman movie ever.
Worst movie ever, right on.
For all of Snyder's flaws, his version still delivered a fleshed out story, strong character development, and far better visuals. Overall, aside from the killing at the end, which I didn't like, I genuinely enjoyed Man of Steel. In Gunn's version, everybody is wooden with no feeling. I can't even praise the visuals because the CGI is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of it, but yeah. I mean, sometimes it's even confusing, the CGI.
A little bit.
I'm like, where is Superman and the other Superman? What are they actually fighting on here? It looks like
Oh yeah, I
a
forgot
Borg
there's
cube.
there's another Superman.
Yeah. It looks like they're punching each other into a Borg cube.
Yes. Oh,
Like,
I
what
was
is
thinking,
this?
as soon as that second dimension was cracking through to break all
Yeah.
time and space, whatever the fuck it was, I was like, why does it look like this?
Yeah.
Is everything turned to weird chemicals? I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird one.
It looks like this because it's one of the templates in the CGI program. It's like, look like this, you know? Maybe. And number 3 says, unwatchable. No story, no nothing. 2 hours wasted. Tries to be Guardians of the Galaxy, but fails miserable right from the start. You know it was scripted by a very young teen. How does it get such good reviews? Even teenagers, I asked, didn't like it. What happened to developing characters that the viewers can like or dislike? Even the CG is lame, and a dog scene 1 or 2 seconds into the movie is just stupid.
Yeah.
I do believe that dog should not be in the opening scene of the movie.
Agree. And first of all, why are you dissing teenagers to say like even teenagers don't like it? What does that mean? There are very intelligent teenagers in the world
He must think they're all
who will
stupid.
have, actually a more tuned in eyeball than us jaded older people. So I say if teenagers aren't liking it, that's not an issue.
All right, there are a bunch of extras, over 90 minutes of bonus features, it says on the disc, including a gag reel, if you like that kind of thing.
No,
No, you don't,
I don't.
because you're old and cranky.
I am.
But yeah, there's a lot of extras. And there's also a director's commentary with James Gunn, which I'm actually going to listen to because I do want to know where his head is at in this DC thing.
You mean like it might be up his ass?
I think I don't know. No, not up his ass, but maybe too far into I've been reading the old comics and I like this stuff. What happened? I think sometimes you can go too far that way. Like, well, look at all this stuff in the comics that I can draw from.
Do you think
Well,
that's what was happening?
Yeah, that's definitely what was happening. I could feel it. It's like, there's so many things in those comics that we could bring in here. Let's bring...
See, I'm thinking more about the overall vibe and mood of it is just mean. And I don't know where that...
And I feel like that's a James Gunn thing, right?
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, there's a lot of like, mean banter back and forth between...
No. This I'm talking about, the Luke Lex.
Oh, you
Luke-
mean a very, very hardcore baddie?
Yeah, and it's mean-spirited. Like, he's really vitriolic about the fact that he sees himself, and he is like an intelligent character, and this guy comes swooping in, and he steals focus from what
That is
right.
the basis of
But
him
it's
in the comic.
he does it in a way that's like really... Like, and I'm the queen of mean. Like, I can be real bitchy. Don't get me wrong. I'm the queen of cynicism and snottiness. But this was like almost like a hidden anger buried somewhere that's coming out.
So let's give Superman a score. I'm going to give Superman a 6 out of 10.
I think that's fair because it's entertaining. I'm giving it a 6 as well. It's entertaining. It's quality in some parts. And everybody does a good job. I'll give everybody that.
Yeah. And I did like the use of John Williams' score from the 70s, which they do use at appropriate moments.
You always like a good score.
And what I also loved was the credits at the end are the old 70s credits that zoom in and out. I've seen the Christopher Reeve Superman film so many times. All those things weren't lost on me. I mean, he was, there was a lot of it, wasn't there? And there was a lot of calling back to those movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he didn't go overboard with the romance between Lois Lane like they did in the old movie.
Didn't feel like it, but like I told you, one of my favorite movie scenes, if you call it that, of all time, and definitely my favorite Superman thing of all time, is when that earthquake drops Lois Lane in a hole and crushed in her car, and Superman is so heartbroken that he goes around the earth backwards fast enough to turn it backwards, to turn back time to bring her back to life. Now, I realize that's not how it would work, but me and Superman don't care, because that is still my favorite. And I'm not a romantic, but I was like, oh my God, he was, and it, it's dodgy looking, of course, but I don't think anyone's tempted to do that again. That was the deep heart romance.
So you just want him to do that again?
No.
No.
I want to feel like there's that much emotion again.
Right.
Instead of like this deadness.
All right. Thank you to DC. Next week, we're going to look at the Paul Thomas Anderson directed movie, One Battle After Another.
Ah, you're going to love that.
Well, maybe.
If people don't know, well, you'll just love that it's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Yes. You are in love with Paul Thomas Anderson and Quentin Tarantino. You
don't see a movie from Paul very often. So for me, it's an event. Is it for you?
Only that you're very excited.
Are you a fan of Paul Thomas Anderson?
I mean, there's hit and miss.
There's only been one miss for me, so that's
which one?
Good.
The Vice one?
Inherent Vice, yeah. I still keep saying to myself, you got to watch that again, because maybe you were just down on it. So,
it's not me, it's you.
Yeah. All right, movie recommendations. I am going with Man of Steel by Zack Snyder. It's not my favorite Superman movie. The original is my favorite because I grew up with it, right?
Correct.
But I do think Man of Steel is a good telling of it in a serious way, if you're going to do it in a serious way, because that's what that is.
Yeah.
And the other one is a video game called Lollipop Chainsaw, which Mr. James Gunn wrote. It was never made into, I thought it might have been a movie at some point or something, but it never, and this was before James Gunn was usually famous, You remember it, right?
Where she had the thing dangling from her belt?
It was a boyfriend's head.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, so it was like a zombie killing game with a cheerleader with a chainsaw and her boyfriend who gets killed at the beginning of the game. She carries his head around on a belt and he talks to her. It's
Sounds
insane.
Wacky.
Huh?
Sounds wacky.
Yeah, it's insane and wacky. It was wrote by James Gunn, and it's full of that punk rock music that this movie tends to go for as well. This movie has some punk rocky stuff, doesn't it? It has a theme in the movie about punk rock as well, doesn't it?
Well, they have one conversation where he likes some punk and she says it's not really punk. That's about it.
Uh-huh. But that's a James Gunn thing because he's a punk rocker.
Okay.
Yeah. So All right. So what are yours?
My recommendations are going back through all of the movies that I've ever seen from the beginning of movies, which would be about 120-ish years ago, 125 years ago. And I'm in the horror genre. And I'm up to 2012, so I'm moving right up. I'm kind of on track to be done in time for us to be done for the year. Doesn't normally happen. Usually I run out of my theme, but so up to 2012, and we have Frankenweenie, which you particularly like.
Fun, really fun.
Tim
Burton.
I was a little bit flat. Dark Shadows, also kind of probably not.
That's another Tim Burton.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the one of that show, right?
Yeah.
With your guy.
Johnny Depp.
Was it Johnny Depp? I thought it was the guys from,
No, that's not what you're talking. That's not. No.
Oh,
Dark
that's
Shadows
what we do in the shadows. What was Dark Shadows then?
Dark Shadows was Johnny Depp and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
Directed by Mr. Tim Burton. I was right.
You were.
From 2012. And Every Family Has Its Demons. Here, if you look at my screen, you'll see the poster. It might ring a bell for you.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to say that one was a little flat, too. Then I have The House at the End of the Street, which was a remake, I believe, from House at the End of the Street from a couple decades earlier. And it's just a standard bog standard, as you like to say, in the British Isles of horror movie where you've got a bunch of people and someone's going to kill everybody. The Collection, which is one of those sort of over-the-top serial killer from that time frame, I think the 90s-ish, began, the idea from the 90s of serial killers and collecting horrible things, you know? It's not great. I mean, it's not high quality horror, but it's got that body horror and stuff all kind of mushed together. Grabbers. So I've on my list of movies I've seen. The description is that an island, Northern Ireland, is trying to protect itself from blood-sucking vampires, and the only way they know how is to stay drunk.
Right.
Now, I don't recall this. I didn't watch the trailer again. I put it on my list, so I only put them on there if I've seen it. It must have been not much of an impact, but Grabbers, if that sounds interesting to you. 2012.
Grabbers.
That's
yes. It. All right. Hey, Scully stuff. I've been playing a new game this week called Siberia Remastered. Now, the game Siberia was from many years ago, and I have it in my Steam library, the original version. So I did buy it back in the day, but never got around to playing it. It was one of those. It's like a, well, you know the original Resident Evil where you kind of wander around and all the camera angles are locked, like static?
Yeah.
It's got that kind of feel, but it's not a horror type thing. It's more of a you go around solving puzzles. Something like Myst. Have you ever played Myst?
No, it sounds familiar.
It's a very famous like puzzle game. And it's almost escape roomy before escape rooms even existed, you know? Like you've got to figure out the combination, open the thing, get out the thing. Okay. Well, Siberia is this game that they've remastered, hence Siberia Remastered. I'll give you the spiel off Steam. It says, rediscover the clockwork universe of Benoit Sokal in this fully remastered version of the first Siberia game. Join Kate and Oscar, a strange and charming automaton, in pursuit of the brilliant inventor Hans Vorarlberg, and embark on an adventure more immersive and poetic than ever. So don't expect this to be like a modern... I mean, it looks modern now. They've fancied it up, let's say. They've used new animation. They've improved the sounds. But it's really... The way I would explain it is a point-and-click adventure.
Okay.
So back in the day, there used to be those things. You click here to go to the next room, and that's kind of like this is, where you're moving your character, Kate, around. But it's always a puzzle. Like, you know, every room or every scenario, there's some kind of puzzle involved. So if you like puzzles, because it'll be like you get to this hotel at the beginning, and you walk into the hotel, and there's nobody in the lobby. There's a guy, but there is one guy reading over there. And you're like, okay, so you ring the bell, and the bell rings, and nobody comes. And you've got to figure out how to get somebody to come. There's a combination of things you can do to get somebody to come. So it's that kind of puzzle. Now, it's been remastered. It looks really good. It's in 3D. It was in 3D before, but it was more like scripted. Now you've got a full 3D character that you walk around. It's the same puzzles. It's the same game. It's just fancied up. So now I've got both in my Steam library. It's clear I wouldn't play the original one because this one will run better, you know? So it's Siberia Remastered. It's out now. It's actually 10% off on Steam for a few weeks. And it comes in at $26.99. So pretty good. If you like puzzle games, it is a classic. Sid Talk, what's for dinner?
I'm going to make some curry, which will have chickpeas, potatoes, carrots, tofu, some fried bits of tofu. We're vegetarian. This is why we tell you what we eat, because people think we're starving to death or we have some sort of social or cultural or what's another ethical comment to make. We don't. We don't.
That's right.
We just stopped eating meat a few years ago. We're not vegan because that is a lifestyle, not just choice of what you eat. And it's hard and it's not really our goal. We just stopped eating meat, like meat. And yes, that includes fish, chicken, well, birds, fowl, red meat, pork, whatever. We just don't. And it's not anything. It's not an offense. You're not offending us by eating meat, just so you know. But that's why we tell you what we eat, because a vegetable curry with the creamy coconut sauce and a naan bread over some perfectly cooked rice, as you have figured out how to do, is a thing of pure joy. Pure joy. Just saying.
Well said.
And then my advice?
Yeah, what's your advice? Let's get out of it.
Is advice that's not really advice, but I just want to proclaim, even though I love many people who this seems to affect, I mean, seemingly as in I'm observing it, so I don't know what's in their mind, but it appears from my point of view, it does affect people. Sunny days, or weather in general, doesn't do anything for me. Now, practically speaking, of course, driving in bad weather makes you a little more tense. Trying to do gardening in the rain is a little more fussy. Trying to ride your bike on a very hot, sunny day is a little more challenging, right? You have to acclimate your body to these things. It does not impact my mood. Some would argue that everyone's affected. I would argue that no, we're not all affected. My friend today asked me if I'd gone out to enjoy the nice weather before going inside to basically, I think, waste time watching a movie when I should be outside enjoying the weather. And I didn't even occur to me. I said, no, I didn't go outside. I mean, I reached outside to get my grocery delivery.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't look outside and it doesn't determine my innards, my mind and my feelings. Now, external things can affect me. I fucking hate, and I mean hate with a rage. That's the truth. Listening to the dogs, I'm going to grit my teeth because I can't cope. The dogs barking in our neighborhood. It is disrespectful and hateful that people don't consider this. I'm not against the dogs. I'm against the people. Because you see that these dogs are left out all day, sometimes all night, in the heat, in the cold, or they're taunted by the children and the neighbors. I mean, it's awful. It's awful. And then I can't cope. That's an external thing, right? That's poking at my brain and at my DNA that makes me want to lose my mind. And then I internally adjust. I can't make the dog stop barking. I can block it out with a little bit of music in one ear and streaming TV in another and turn the volume up on everything and turn the fan on and whatever. I can block it out and then I'm fine, right? So that's external as well. But even if I have to listen to the dog bark, I can take my deep breaths and find another thing that makes me feel better in my mind. In my mind, I mean like thinking about things. So I feel like this thing about the weather affecting every single mood, I know it's real, but I don't identify with it because I don't seem to have it. So don't worry about me if you find out that I've been staying inside for many days and the weather is good. I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. It's all fine. That is all.
All right, thank you. ascully.com, that's the place you can go to get this podcast. You can, Sid Doc. You can go there.
I don't, because I don't listen.
You can also go to Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads. That's where you'll find us on social media. ascully.com, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube is where you'll find a podcast. Email ascully@ascully.com to leave any feedback. Don't email Sid Talk. She doesn't want your stuff.
Sunshine.
And stay classy, James Gunn and Superman, and let's hope you do a little bit better next time.
Oh, wow. And I'm going to say, think for yourself or someone will do it for you.